What is up, lads? Welcome back to another episode of the Ladsfootyshow. It's your boy Herasexo.
And your boy Keeks.
And boys, today we have the Saudi versus Mexico quarterfinals in the Copa Oro preview, consisting of, you guys already know what it is. Lineup predictions, score predictions, what we want to see, what we don't want to see, what we expect to see. But without further ado, before we get into that, what are we wearing today, Keeks?
Want to give a huge shout out to Mexican Town Fleet for the two jerseys they provided with us. They got their America and their Chivas pieces that just came out. They're coming out with something for my chemos, as you guys love to call yourselves. They got a Cruz Azul piece coming out. It's really fire. Yeah. But overall, great quality.
Clean,
it's
boys.
A great fucking look. You know, this one pops out. This one's slick. Once again, we want to give a huge shout out to them. We have a bit of the works, maybe a giveaway coming soon. We'll keep you guys updated as soon as that goes, that gets going.
Again, that is Mexican Town Fleet on IG, or look it up on their website. But go to our IG first to see their work. So also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys drop a sub, drop a like, comment below what the score predictions will be, who you expect to see. But also, there are some breaking news. There are breaking news that we need to get into. In the first is Luis Chavez, unfortunately tearing his ACL, out for 6 to 9 months, officially confirmed out of the Copa Oro, and like I told Keeks off camera, out of the World Cup, I think.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to see because it's more so the timing of it all. You know, that really sucks. You know, you're turning 30 years old next year. You're more than likely declining in your career, you'd say. You know, he's looking away back to Mexico. Rumors are being told. And obviously your knee pops. Your knee fucks you up. It snaps, dude. Bro. Your ACL is torn. 6 to 9 months of recovery. We'd get him probably fit for 2 months, fully fit. 2
to 3 months fully fit. And right now, how we're moving, there are players in that position who also want a spot in this World Cup.
Definitely.
Elias Montiel, Gil Mora, obviously, I think he's already locked in for the World Cup. But also Obed Vargas.
We can even mention Fidalgo, who's actually eligible to play for the Sele in February of 2026.
Sucks to see, man. I was already like bringing it up. Oh, like for this certain video, I was like, oh, maybe we see another Luis Chavez banger, another Luis Chavez free good. Because remember, he almost scored 2 against Saudi.
It was something we could have brought up.
Now, it's time for the breakdown. Time for the preview.
Let's get into business.
Let's get into business, boys. What you guys came for. Saudi, if you guys remember, not too long ago, Saudi was a reason we didn't go into the next round in the World Cup in 2022.
It's a vague statement.
That is a big statement. But bro, that game sold us a dream, man. With that Chavez free kick, we were meant to go through, man. In
hindsight, yes, they knocked us out of the potential, advancement to the out of the group stage. But we played poor, fucked out Martino. But besides all that, you're right. They knocked us out and they stopped us from proceeding. Luis Chavez could have had 2 bangers. Unfortunately, one of them didn't go in. They scored a goal at the depth and they stopped all of our chances completely.
Yeah, we didn't deserve to go through regardless.
But it would have been great.
Flash forward today, we meet them in the quarterfinal of the Copa Oro. As you know, the Concacaf likes to invite random ass nations. Last time we had Qatar and we lost to them, I believe. Some in Vegas. Was it Vegas? I think it was. I don't know.
Nah, it wasn't Vegas.
I don't remember where. It wasn't in Vegas. Yeah, I would have been to that. Anyways, score predictions in this one. Oh, actually, no. We'll wait for the score predictions later. Something I don't want to see, and it's hard to ask this now, is obviously this is Luis Chavez injury. I don't want to see Charlie.
See,
given the fact that he's still probably going to start, I don't want to see it, man.
So there's 3 options we can have, and they're more likely one of the options that are more likely going to happen, which is that Charlie plays in the 3 midfield when instead of Luis Chavez. We could also go back to the double pivot, play 2 strikers, play Marcel and Edson.
I really think
my personal preference, and I think a lot of people would also agree, considering we've already seen that Charlie Rodriguez isn't good enough. Start Gil Mora. Why not?
Not gonna happen.
Why not?
He didn't play in the first stages. He's not going to play in these knockout games.
It's my personal preference, but it's also you're right. It's also the one I see less likely happening.
I have officially like put my hands up towards this situation with Gil Mora. It's not happening this tournament. I think more so he was brought in to just like show him what the atmosphere of being a selección player is.
Give him a taste of it. Just the sell it part though. I get you.
But not actually playing unless it's like a 5-0 blowout and maybe he gives a couple minutes in.
Who knows? Maybe this is the key. Maybe we've seen so much of Charlie Rodriguez and Vasco's maybe finally had enough. Maybe this Luis Chavez injury is maybe what we needed to shift him into the direction of Gilmore.
Yeah. And what I'm getting to, yes, he's 16 years old, but also there's other 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds out in Europe, especially, or even Argentina. Look at Masantono, River or whatever. Yeah, I know that's club, but they're giving a shot and they're starting these players.
Even in the Club World Cup, there's youth players being used, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not
so
just.
I've given up on that, to be honest.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
It seems like we're the only country that even our clubs even in our club state, we're just the only country that just never seems to back the youth as much as we really should.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. Good thing that you brought that up. Another player I don't want to see is Jorge Sanchez. There's not enough that needs to be said about this man. He should not be starting. And also, because of Cesar Montes being ruled out due to suspension of accumulated yellow cards, he might even see the field now. So there are two players that I had mentioned, that I just mentioned, that probably will be starting.
And we really have no choice.
We have no choice.
Nah,
I mean, we do. We
moment.
do have the choices, but the manager, I don't see Vasco doing it, actually. Now, since we're speaking about these players starting certain positions, I'm going to give you my lineup and what I think it should be. Malagon in the back. I'm still going to keep the 4-3-3. Malagon, left back, Mateo Chavez. I really like what he did against Costa Rica. Johan Vasquez, C por C, 100%. And I'm going to go Edson Alvarez, center back.
Okay.
Edson Alvarez, compare him to Cesar Montes. In the aerial game, we won't miss Cesar Montes.
No, it's on second to none. Yeah.
Playing out the back, though, Edson Alvarez is miles much better ball playing player.
No ball playing defensive
midfielder, or whatever he is, than Cesar Montes. So that helps us out in that aspect.
Agreed.
Right side, I would also put Isra. Like, I would rather have Edson there than Isra. I don't see Chiquete. There's reports saying out there that Vasco doesn't like having two left-footed center backs there. So
that's valid.
That's my back line. Midfield 3. I really want to see Lira at the 6, Marcel Ruiz, and Orbelin. Don't give me none of that Charlie. Don't give me who else could possibly play there? No, that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Because
Charlie and Gilmore are the only two options.
Gilmore are the only other two options who are actually fit. I'd rather see Orbelin.
We could see Orbelin.
I'd rather see Orbelin. In the midfield 3, giving that little bit more of attacking presence. And up top, Vega, Raul, and Piojo.
That's valid.
Right?
That's valid.
How would yours be?
I think it'd be somewhat similar. I'd definitely keep the 4-3-3. I don't think we're capable of producing with the 4-2-2.
Yeah.
Or 4-4-2, however you want to play it. Malagon, obviously, in goal. I'd go Johan and Isra as my center backs. I think regardless of the situation, I think it just seems like we're way more forced to recover. We're way more forced to replace Cesar Montes than we are to replace Jorge Sanchez, because it's obvious that Vasco has a preference for Jorge Sanchez and would like to start him every chance he gets.
But I feel like Isra does a good job, and he hasn't messed up playing right back.
No, I don't think he does either.
He hasn't had a single bad performance where like, wow, Isra there was shit, like how we've had it with Jorge.
I'm gonna try to keep it realistic, just because I could see Jorge Sanchez starting more on the right hand flank than I do see Isra. I see Jorge Sanchez starting more than I see Edson Alvarez shifting backwards to the center back.
Okay.
I think he's worked really well in the double pivot, and he played really well in the 3-man formation. So I really don't think there's a need to shift him downwards. I think he's great where he's playing, and we should just continue to let him rock right there. In the midfield 3, I'd go. I think I want to see way more of Marcel Ruiz, and I want to see way more of him offensively. So what I think I'd do would probably be a double pivot of Eric Lira and Edson Alvarez, and I'd give Marcel Ruiz a bit more freedom. In terms of 10, but he'd probably be like an 8. So it'd be like 2 6s and an 8. Much more of a holding style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Up 3 in the front. Honestly, we don't really have another natural right mid, but I've liked what I've seen, at least in terms of his effort and his directivity. I want to see some Chino. I want to see some more Chino start. I want to see him start that right hand flank, because Piojo just doesn't give me that much directiveness. He doesn't give me that look that he wants to go to goal, that he wants to beat a man and create something. He's really a cutback and pass.
And I feel like
side merchant.
It affects Piojo having Jorge Sanchez on that right side.
I also agree.
Big time.
Yeah, I also
big
agree.
time. I feel like he doesn't play with him at all. Like, there's no combinations with them two together. No se juntan.
Up top, obviously has to be Raul, and then I'll keep Vega on the left hand side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with Chino. The thing is, I would rather much bring on Chino as a super sub than Piojo as a super sub.
Okay.
That's another thing.
That's fair. That's
right. I still think my lineup should happen, but I understand that it's unrealistic. Although I do believe Eric Lira plays the center defensive midfield role better than Edson Alvarez. I think so.
I think he's more natural of a holding midfielder. That's why. Because like how we mentioned, Edson Alvarez is much more of a deep line playmaker. He'll play the ball and he'll try to look for through balls. So he'll try to look for those lob passes. Yeah. He'll maybe try to beat a man and advance forward a little bit. Eric Lira is much more of a holding, stand your ground. I'll win a tackle and I'll pick a pass as soon as I can. He's a very much more composed midfielder than Edson.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get my hopes though up. Hey, Chavez gonna start. Chavez gonna start.
Yeah, we have.
So you guys just let us yap. Just for me to come to my final conclusion. Sorry. And we all should know it. We all should expect it now with this injury. Chavez starting, lads. Something I do want to see though. Something I do want to see is Alexis Vega turn up. I do want to see Alexis Vega turn up. And like I mentioned in our last video, the standard for him to do so is high and it needs to happen now. Like now. And also I wouldn't be surprised if Santi starts with Raul. We've seen these little rotations with Vasco, and I think Santi, maybe that confidence boost towards Costa Rica towards the end of the game, maybe might, have the edge to start him. Also, Raul had plenty of chances. Well, not plenty, but he had that one crucial chance.
He had vital chances.
Yeah, that's what it was. And he missed them. So I also wouldn't be surprised there.
As a whole, in terms of our productivity in the final third, it's just not good enough, bro. We don't create a lot of chances, and the ones we do can chance, we spew. We don't take advantage of. We throw them away. Those are chances we should be bearing. Those are chances we should be using to take the lead. To solidify the game, to put it to bed, to at least control the match. We never really look like we're ahead of the game. We never really look like we're like destined to score or anything like that. I'm always questionable of when we go up in the final third.
Yeah. Now that we spoke about the lineup, I do want to speak about Mexico. We don't look like a team that will surprise you and make a goal out of nothing. I think we're a team that is very predictable in how you're and what your next step is gonna be. And that's not gonna cut it. That's gonna cut. I want to see a dominant performance against Saudi. This is not a strong Saudi team. I think they've only scored like 2 goals.
They've lost, drawn, and won. They only have.
This isn't the Saudi team that we played in the World Cup. Also, they're missing their best player. He's currently smacking Pachuca right now, cooking Pachuca, Ladsfootyshow, or however you say his name. But I'm expecting Mexico to win cleanly and just get the job done in a good fashion. And my score prediction is going to be 2-0 Mexico.
I hate these standards and expectations we give for the Sele because it seems like regardless of how low we set the standard, they somehow still seem to like disappoint. Mm-hmm. Seems like every time we drop the standard, Mexico
the best 25 years.
They still continue to disappoint. I had we brought my cousin, one of my little cousins to the game. Yeah. And he's like, oh man, I can't wait. He's like, oh, they're gonna smack up, they're gonna win and shit like that. Oh no, man, this is your first LA game. Just enjoy it while you can, man. Because so it's a downhill road.
It's so funny to say that. As you guys know, this game was in Vegas. I had a lot of friends and family. I had to convince them. Hey, yeah, I was like, hey, go to the Mexico games. Like, I'll be there. We'll shoot content. Go to the Mex game. They go, and I catch up with them, and they're like, nah, I'm never fucking seeing Mexico again. They're like, no, that's it. That's it with Mexico. I'm never seeing them again.
It's a downhill road with the selección.
And I'm like, I'm hearing what I already know. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're going to tell me about Mexico? Like, trust me, I've gone through it. Oh my God. I can't get over last year's Copa America anyways. But we get past Saudi. Our next rival would be between, I think it's Honduras and Panama. And I would say we have an easy route to the final. I'm expecting Mexico to be in the final. I'm expecting Mexico to lift this trophy. We avoid the likes of USA and Canada that are on the other side of the bracket. So with that being said, we have an easy route to the final, and I'm expecting.
And that's a Panama team without their single-handed best player.
And that's a Panama team that we have owned.
Yeah, with their best players.
Yeah. So there you guys have it, lads. If you guys disagree, agree with us, let us know in the comments below. Oh man, I'm still kind of get over this Luis Chavez, man.
I didn't think I gave a prediction for the game.
Oh yeah, wait, what's your prediction?
It's so back and forth with this team. Honestly, I could even see us conceding. So I'm gonna go. I think we scrape it 2-1.
Yeah,
I'm say 2-1.
I need to see Mexico produce though.
I just need them to at least show
no set piece bullshit.
I need to see the vast difference in Saudi Arabia and Mexico.
And I think it's gonna come, lads. I think what we showed against Costa Rica was better than we had seen previously. And build by brick by brick.
From the first game to the third game, yes, we have looked
There's
better,
been an improvement.
but the switch needs to flip now.
Mhm.
It needs to flip now, and we need to be in that mode where we look like we're the heavy favorites to win.
Got it. Could I have said it better? There you guys have it, lads. Short previews for you guys. We'll be with you guys through every stage of this for Mexico. So without further ado, boys, we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you guys drop a like, sub to the channel. Road to 8K, I believe now, or 7K. I'm not sure. You guys know what to do.
Once again, huge shout out to Mexican Town Fleet for the drip.
Bro, these are so clean.
We'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace.
Peace, lads.